mean, I do what I can.
I mean, otherwise, Daniel's going to think that I'm the reason we're late. And that's not this case. Not this time.
Not
this
even
time.
close to being the case today, sir.
No, I was somehow on time. I don't know how that happened. I'm a lightning. I guess. Well, I've caught up to you guys in the future. Yeah. In the middle of moving, hence why I'm in weird, unique surroundings. I have one wrestling figure of Darby Allin back here. That's making me feel like home.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't even tell. I thought you were still at your old place.
No, yeah, it looks just like my old place. Yeah.
I mean, I'm really observant too. So,
Lindsay, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I'm excited for.
Awesome.
Excuse me.
Apparently.
Why am I so popular?
And then we got the WWE Hall of Famer, Dvon Dudley. Are you done causing trouble for now, or what's going on?
It seems like every time I open my mouth, it's trouble.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
And I don't even say anything. I try to alleviate problems and try to stop them from happening. And somehow or another, I'm still a bad guy in a sense.
Man.
We're going to get to that in just a moment. People asking, John wants to know, is there a guest? Gabriel wants to know who's next. No guest this week. It just didn't happen. A lot of the superstars busy this week getting ready for Crown Jewel next week. And, we just got busy. Devon's causing trouble on the internet. Lindsay's working or whatever she does. And then, of course, I'm moving. And Dante wants to know if my voice is okay. This is what happens. This is what I sound like when I go through the camera microphone. I don't have my full setup here at the hotel.
Yeah, I sound a little congested, or I don't know, in a box, whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
It's fine.
I mean, I have the good mic. It's just a lot to set up. It's a lot to set up. Yeah.
Why go through all that?
Exactly. So Dvon has made a lot of the dirt sheets again. Seems to be a pattern for. I think you like making the dirt sheets, Dvon, but this time around you didn't mean to.
Well, didn't mean to, and I was just putting out some fire that people were trying to start when they really shouldn't have. I mean, because Bubba and I haven't been seen together or what have you. And I think I made a reference that because we're done. I said that because of the fact that we are done. I can't wrestle anymore. Doctors told me I'm done. I can't do it. And I mean, 20 years of being, with a guy that you created history with, you've been up and down the highways with him. When you say Dvon, you say Bubba. When you say Bubba, you say Dvon. I think Bill Cosby said it best. Everything comes to an end. And even with the Cosby Show, Cosby wanted to leave on top.
Literally after he drugged the women.
Well, listen.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. As fine as Felicia Rashad is, she's never said that Bill has ever did anything to her. But yet you have these women that don't hold a candle to Felicia Rashad, and yet he supposedly drugged her. Hey, listen, back then in that time, that was different times, and it wasn't just Bill that was doing it. Everybody was doing it.
Everybody.
I'm not.
So that means it's okay.
Dvon, you're about to make more dirt sheets. Watch what you say here.
I don't mean no. I mean
back
then. No. What I'm trying to say is everybody. When I say everybody in the entertainment business, it seems like there was always a story about something that they did, something on the lines of that, or sexual harassment. It all comes out later on, decades later. And I'm like, why would it wait to this long to come out decades later? I mean, damn, just do it. Just come out and say what this person's done to you or what have you. I don't believe in that when somebody runs for office or the president, and then all of a sudden, these men or women like to cause controversy because the guy who's running for president, they may not want them to whatever, but yet they can sit there and say they've done this and they've done that. Why didn't you do that when it happened? Why didn't you go to the cops when it happened? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And it's not for me to understand or get. Everybody comes out on their own time and what have you. But that's on another subject. I can't talk about that or discuss that because I wasn't there to know if Bill Cosby did it or not.
I've noticed a trend that I'll say a joke, good joke or not, most of the time not, but you seem to really run with it lately. So I need to watch and pick and choose my jokes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, trying to tell people that, I'm not wrestling anymore. I mean, everybody wants, good things to last or to go longer. And I understand that. I get it. I mean, the Dudley boys were a very good act. We did very well financially. We did very well career-wise. But everything runs its course. Everything has
true.
Everything has an expiration date. So my thing is this: enjoy the memories that you had of us. Enjoy that, and stop trying to make things out that aren't there. Again, I said it before. Bubba and I are very good. There's no reason for us to sit up here and to go into anything with some of these dirt sheet writers that are trying to, make it more than what it is. We're good. We're not a tag team that's angry with each other at all. Bubba, is doing his thing and I'm doing my thing, and we're both happy. We're content. Leave us alone. Leave us be. Damn.
That's boring. It's boring.
Well, let us be us. We got families, we got friends, and things. Just stop already with the nonsense. It's ridiculous.
I think, some people, of course, want to turn this into drama. People, by nature, if they're miserable, want others to be miserable. So they want a story here. But I think in some cases, it was legit shock. And maybe they knew it in their head. Maybe in the back of their mind, they were aware that you and Bubba don't do business together anymore. But they don't want to, accept it because maybe the Dudleys were their favorite tag team. And they don't want to think of a world where you guys aren't best buds. Does that make sense?
Well, it's not that we were not best buds. It's just that, again, you do your thing business-wise because you see what fits for you. And I do what I feel business-wise. I wanted to stay with the company. He went on to do other things. He's very successful with his radio show, Busted Open. Yeah. And I'm very happy for him, and just like I'm sure he's happy for me. So there will not be any he say, she say on my part whatsoever from the fans that want to see that. They can wish all they want. They can even make up stuff all they want. Me and Bubba know the deal. We're aware of how this stuff works and how people like to turn things around, which is why a lot of times we don't do interviews when people call us or email us to do them, because it's not that the person that's doing the interview is doing us wrong. It's the people that take the interview and interpret it the way they want to interpret to make headlines.
Sure, yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. So keep on striving, guys, because it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
Now, I have noticed that a lot of times when you guest on other podcasts outside of Table Talk, those really seem to make some waves. So I'm going to start compiling a list of questions I need to ask you. And Lindsay, you feel free to help me out on
this is good. Okay.
So this way, if Dvon's going to have anything controversial to say, he keeps it here on this show.
For real.
90% of the stuff I do say is on the show, and it's controversy.
Well,
we go back to the whole Stephanie McMahon thing. I mean,
if you weren't infatuated with her.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, forgive me. I used the word infatuation as opposed to saying admire. I apologize. But damn,
how dare you misspeak?
I mean, damn, like I'm really gonna go after somebody else's wife, especially my boss's wife, my boss's daughter. Jesus, And then you had these idiots people saying, Triple H, did you see what Dvon said? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. I swear it was like 8-year-olds freaking playing in the playground. Oh my God, did you see what John said about Susie? Oh God. Oh, Triple H, did you see what Dvon said about Stephanie? Jesus. I'm begging these idiots to grow up, man. Jesus.
It's, what else are they going to do? It's the pandemic. Come on.
Well, instead of sitting in their parents' basement and waiting for that apple pie to be brought down to them, you get a life and start doing what you should do.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna. It is what it is. God, this is why I don't do interviews. This is exactly why. So
no, we know.
When people ask me, they send me emails, hey, we would love for you to be on our show. And the answer now is no, because, people take things and switch it around and try to make it for their own, and entertainment, amusement, and try to make a story out of something that's not there.
Well, Daniel's offering to screen interview questions for you.
Well, you don't even have to see. You know what? Regardless if you screen it or not, it really doesn't matter. People just take what you want to say anyway and twist it around, or they read too much into it.
And me, as a guy who's conducted God knows how many interviews over his career, I hate it when a celebrity or their agent, their team, asks for a list of questions ahead of time. So this way they know what to think about and they know how to prepare their answers. And I understand why, because of this situation where you say something that really isn't that big of a deal or shouldn't be that shocking, but the way it was asked, the way you answered, and then the way people take it, they run with it. So,
well, like I said, the person that actually did the interview didn't say anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. They asked the question, I answered it, and it wasn't negative. It was a very positive thing. Him and I did very good business, and for many, many years, hell, we created history. We're the most successful tag team in the history of the business in terms of winning world titles and things like that.
And losing them.
And losing. Listen, you got to win them to lose them.
That's true.
So, and people just, took things and whatever. But it's all good. Like I said, him and I are good. There's no issues. I just can't wrestle anymore. And I've accepted the fact because I can't get hit in the head like that again. I'm not about it. Yeah,
I haven't.
Well,
I didn't even know you wrestled. That's crazy.
Well, those
she has yet to see you.
I have not
wrestle.
seen it.
She thinks it's all a lie.
Real life. I've just seen it on the TV, and TV is not real.
Well, I mean, I look at it this way, Lindsay. You also lose bet after bet after bet. So.
Oh wait, I'll change that subject.
Yeah.
So we go from Dvon causing trouble into the Miz score 65 out of 80. 2 dances in a row they did this week, and he survived a double elimination this week.
A double elimination.
So, in other words, Lindsay, you lost.
I did.
Yes.
You did. I did. Why didn't
he already passed the 4th round? I think we were going 3 rounds, but he passed. He made it to the 4th round. The Miz did. Congratulations to Miz. Congratulations. Congratulations on helping Dvon win that bet. Because I knew, buddy, I knew you were going to go past the 4th round. Man. See, that person up top didn't think so.
I mean, I didn't really have a choice. I don't know. I just don't know these things. I need to stop betting. This is it. This is the last one.
I think you should stop betting on Dancing with the Stars because you are 0 for 2.
And I'd be fine with that because I really hate having to follow what's going on with Dancing with the Stars. I have no interest at all.
So let's do another one. So Mo has to keep watching it.
We'll do another one. We'll do another one when you pay your debt.
Okay.
The last one.
We'll see. We'll see when that happens.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think we put a time on when she has to do it.
Oh, come on, really?
I gotta get some things together. I'm busy. I've got some things going on. I just gotta find my cost. Like, I gotta find things. I don't know.
How about you stop making bets and study, like trying to investigate what you're going to bet, so that way there's a chance you might win. I could have told you right off the bat. If you would have said,
I knew. You know what? I knew that this wasn't in my favor. I just wanted
doing it for the people.
I'm doing it for everybody else. I'm not doing this for me, you guys. I don't do that.
She's a good little girl.
I care about y'all, and whatever. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
So what's next on the agenda?
Schoolgirl outfit.
What? No, I didn't. No, we're done talking about.
No, I do give Miz credit. Definitely, he went out of the box for his idea. They had a lot of over the top themes this week. So if you missed it, he painted himself up both times, and he was the genie with his dancing partner being Jasmine from Aladdin. So I give him credit. He is finding ways to stand out, and he killed the dances this week.
Well, I think Miz has been like that his whole career. I mean, he's always found ways, even when people didn't believe in him, he's always proved them wrong. He's always shined. He's always came out on top. And, especially when he first came in, I don't think anybody thought Miz would would be as successful as he is, in WWE because him coming off what was it, Big Brother show?
Oh, you mean the Real World?
I'm sorry, the Real World.
Oh yeah, I already forgot about
and
that.
his character, and the character that he played on there. People say, it's not going to get over there, and it did. It did. The Miz is over like $1 million, buddy. He's damn good at what he does.
Yes, Daniel. See, absolutely, it's 100% true. Facts. Listen, it's okay, Dvon. You're selfish. I am not.
This is when I pray and wish that my internet goes out.
And your face is stuck like.
And I don't have to hear Lindsay sit up there and whatever.
Oh, why not? I thought maybe it was just because I've already hosted one show today without the usual co-host, so why not host another one without? It's fun.
Yeah, just keep the theme running.
Yeah,
I'm still in shock about the New York Yankees getting swept by Boston.
Yeah, he was pretty upset. We did a pre-show earlier with that Lindsay because again she's so busy. But
I'm at work making a living, saving lives, you guys.
Yeah, but Dvon thought they were going to go all the way, didn't you, Dvon?
I don't know about all the way. I mean, I think New York fans who follow baseball know that if the Yankees make it to the World Series, there is a chance they might not win, because of the fact that it's happened before where they've made it to the championship and didn't win. I think the biggest one that people, I think all around the world felt sorry for the Yankees was during 9/11. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that fall, right after 9/11, I believe they actually made it to the World Series.
From worst to champions, worst record in the league to winning the World Series. That's a conspiracy theory, if you ask me.
Well, they didn't win. They didn't win that year.
I thought they did.
No, they didn't win.
I thought they did go all the way.
No, and I remember me and Tommy Dreamer, we were driving. We were in WWE at the time, of course. And we were driving, and he was like, man, you couldn't write that story any better. Such a heel way to do it. 9/11 happens and this and that in New York City. Everybody trying to band together and unite. We make it to the World Series, and we're on the roll. Everybody thinks we're going to win. We're going to take it, and the rug got pulled right up from underneath us.
That was Arizona Diamondbacks, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe I was just upset that they even made it there. I mean, I get it. It's a feel-good story. New York hurting, but
I thought maybe the Diamondbacks would have laid down, but they didn't.
No,
they didn't lay down.
Nope,
they beat them. But yeah, I was kind of shocked when I heard about it because when they lost the game, I was like, okay, they'll be back next week or something. They'll win. And they were like, no, Dvon, it's over. I was like, it's over? I think a lot of people who were Yankee fans were genuinely upset and disappointed that they got swept the way they did, especially from the Boston Red Sox. I mean, their arch enemy,
I hear you. Well, so we're getting closer to the end of the baseball season. We got a couple other sports picking back up. Do you have any picks for who's going to win? Do you think the Jets going to turn things around here, be your Super Bowl champions here, buddy?
I don't know about Super Bowl champions. Hopefully they can win half the games, but I mean they won overseas, didn't they? Against the Falcons.
Yeah, and for anybody wondering, I've come across some memes that make fun of the Jets, even though they have one game. And I've been sending them to Dvon on everybody's behalf.
This is the point in case where I'd rather listen to Lindsay.
What? Were you talking? What are you guys talking about?
Oh, Byron, shut up, Byron.
Sports ball. We got to shut up, Byron, pretty early today.
Should I talk about it? I'm gonna say sports ball. Yeah. Okay.
I like that. Any NBA picks for you? Because that kicks off in a couple days.
All the sports.
I was watching the Lakers last night against the Golden State Warriors. I didn't finish the game. I kind of fell asleep, but the Lakers look. I mean, they're not looking dominant. They're not looking dominant at all. They're doing okay this year. I mean, I would like to see the Lakers win, even if LeBron is on the team.
Yeah, they're going to implode. I'm still looking forward to the Lakers imploding this season because they have too much star power, too much ego. I think it's going to get in their way, and it's going to be fun as a Lakers hater to watch this season.
I'm not a Lakers hater. I mean, I went from the Knicks to the Lakers, and I expressed before I was mad because the Knicks traded Patrick Ewing to the Supersonics, and I had refused to go back to the New York Knicks because I was so upset. But business is business. So I mean, who's to say that Patrick didn't want to get traded?
Right, exactly. He wanted to get away from you. He's like,
yeah,
we got this one crazy fan, some Devon guy, and I gotta go.
Devon.
You two.
I gotta watch out.
You two are looking to die. You keep calling me Devon.
What? And Patrick Ewing called you Devon, not me.
I was just saying it because Mo said it.
And I only said it because Patrick Ewing said it, because I heard about this crazy fan. Might not have even been you, for all you know. You feeling guilty? Wow. Jeez.
This is sad. This is so sad.
Exactly. Now, one person we can all agree on this show, and I hadn't read this yet. I hadn't heard this yet. So, Dvon, you're going to have to tell us a little bit more about The Rock apparently is, again, seriously considering running for president.
Listen, I look at it this way. We all thought it was a joke when Trump said that he was going to throw his hat in and do it. And then, even as time was going on, when he was going against Hillary, we were like, there's no way he's going to win. And then, of course, I'm in England when it happened. We're overseas. And, so the time difference is crazy. I think it's like 7-8 hours behind. And I just remember falling asleep, waking up. I was for sure Hillary Clinton won. And all of a sudden, I just went, is
this real life?
I'm
still sleeping. I'm still dreaming. This isn't real.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
It's the time difference.
I mean, if the Rock runs, I mean, you never know. You get a bunch of wrestling fans get together, go to the polls and vote. You just never know.
It worked for Dancing with the Stars, so it'll work for The Rock for president.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy though. You just never know who can become president nowadays.
And we had Kevin Makeley on the show many months ago, who plays the Macho Man on the show, and we were talking about young Rock. And the foundation for the story, as Dante does point out here, is him giving an interview in the future about how he became president. So now we're actually starting to see life imitate art, which arguably was already imitating life. So this will be very interesting to see if he follows through with any of this or not.
Wow.
Listen, if The Rock, God bless him, if he runs and makes it, or even gets close to making it, God bless him.
Yeah.
I mean that's a huge feat in itself.
Does he have a new party? I mean, like, we have Republicans, Democrats, we have all these other ones. They're the Patriot Party is the rumor title for what Donald Trump will be running under. Is this the People Party then? Is The Rock in charge of the People Party?
That's not a bad idea, but if Trump does kind of run in 2024, I don't know, that'd be very hard for, I think, Rock to win. And I say that because of all the Trump supporters out there that are diehard Trump supporters that are still angry about the election, and that are going to make sure that they try, if Trump does run again, to try to make sure they put him back in office.
It's only a matter of time before he runs again. It's just a matter of how he runs.
Mm-hmm.
And The Rock could see, I would be concerned about The Rock not winning, only because there's probably going to be some people not taking him seriously.
Right.
Like they won't think this is a serious candidate, and that could help divide some of the votes that would be usually against Trump. And I'm not saying he should or shouldn't be against Trump, but just I could see that working against The Rock.
Well, I mean, again, only time will tell. I don't know if he's serious or not. I mean, I haven't spoken to Rock in many, many years.
But you saw this on CNN?
It was HLN, Robin Mean in the morning. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they said he was teasing. They didn't say it was actually for sure. It was just that he was teasing it and running. Yeah. So he would say it and then say something else that would make you think he wasn't, then say something else to think he was.
There's still time.
Dvon, when are you going to run for office?
I'm not. I don't want my skeletons coming out.
What skeletons?
So quick.
Okay, if I just said I'm not.
Let's just get them out. No, just get them out there.
No,
that's the way it'll be. Like
before cancel culture gets you, just do
your
it.
decision. They're not just like.
Well, this is on our show for once, and not somebody else's show. Come on, Dvon.
There is no reason for me to even remotely say that, Coach. Whatever you just said, finding out and exposing it.
Cancel
they won't expose cancel culture because there's no way they would expose it. You want to know why? Because I'm not running. I wouldn't dare run. I know nothing about politics.
I think I heard Dvon teasing a run.
No, you didn't.
I think I heard that.
I'm pretty sure he goes, I'm not going to do it. I'm doing it. Like, I think if you slow down the video, slow motion, screen capture.
Mhm.
You're gonna see that like there was a quick button like next to
tell you what.
Dvon's huge nipple of.
Oh man, please
yeah.
let's not talk about that.
I tell you what, I'll run for president if you dress up in a schoolgirl outfit with a thong.
No.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't specify who. So.
Oh, Mo. I'm talking about
You
Mo.
want Mo to do that? Oh.
No, too late. I thought you were talking to her. So.
No, that's the only way I'd run. And being that you'll never do that, I'll never run.
No, don't put it past me, buddy.
I mean, I feel like he would do that. I feel like he's done worse.
I've cross-dressed before for costumes, crossplay as they call it.
Oh, crossplay. I've not heard that.
So I've done that before, and I have a nice ass, so why not?
I mean, I don't know that to be true, but when you wear
I'm very
schoolgirl outfit, I can
I'm very
be the judge.
disturbed by that visual that you just put in my head.
I mean, I could actually give you literal visuals if you want. I could send you links and be like, okay, this is.
No.
I made the homepage of Marvel.com because of one of my crossplays.
Because of your butt, or just how?
Maybe. So myself and a guy Billy used to host all the Wizard World costume contests, Wizard World Comic-Con costume contests, and I like to call it cos parody, where we would purposely look bad so the contestants looked better. And we owned it. We knew we looked bad, but we had fun with it. So one of the times in Philadelphia years back, we did the Hulk Black Widow combo as Age of Ultron was in theaters. Mm-hmm. And so he was in a really bad like muscle suit that was green. He put on green paint that he could not get off afterwards. He chose like the cheap shit that you don't want. And then I was Black Widow. So I had the bodysuit, I had the orange wig, and I would always pose like her, where I would like turn sideways and like look over my shoulder. And so we had a picture of him flexing and me looking over, like butt in front of the camera. And Marvel.com's like, yes, you're going to be on our homepage for a couple days.
Wow. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, that's like my claim to fame right there.
You are.
All because you had a nice ass.
I do. So schoolgirl outfit and a thong. Watch out, Dvon. You may have to run for president.
Yeah, I can send if I find my schoolgirl outfit.
Highly unlikely will that happen. You are not dressing up in those schoolgirl outfits, so I ain't worried about it.
Highly unlikely, but not completely unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Highly unlikely, completely unlikely, just absolutely unlikely.
Just unlikely.
No, especially if this was, I'm not going to return for the Royal Rumble in 2022. Now, if you said that, unless I dressed up, I will dress up next week and make sure you're in the Rumble.
Well, here's the deal. I'm not going to make it no 2020 Royal Rumble. I've yet to get cleared. You have to have it, I would think almost a year. I would have to see so many specialists. If this was 20 years ago where you didn't have to have it like that, then it'd be a different story. But yeah, I'm not going in. There's no way. There's not enough doctors in there that would clear me.
Hey, buddy, you okay?
Oh, sorry.
You're good?
Dvon got into excuses mode again, and I kind of.
I wasn't sure if it was like the time zone difference.
Listen, you know how much money I was making when I was wrestling? You think I want to stop? I don't want to stop, but I ain't trying to die either. I got 2 little girls that need me. It ain't worth it. The fans think, nope. I love the fans, but not like I love my daughters. I love my daughters enough to know that daddy needs to be here to be with them.
Sebastian says hi. Here, we're going to save you on this one here. Sebastian also says, had a job interview. So sorry I'm late.
Oh,
how'd you do, Sebastian?
Yeah, how'd it go?
I'm
sure you killed it.
Did you say, hey, this has been great. This has been fun. I got to go table talks on.
Listen, got to be somewhere at 4:05.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
And then you could have actually, asked us. We put in a good word for you. Mm-hmm. You could have had Dvon as a reference there, Sebastian.
What? Next time.
Be like, this guy down here? Yeah, he's a WWE Hall of Famer, but the guy's really good at getting on internet dirt sheets.
Yeah. I was like, you're hired.
Yeah. So he says he did great. We'll know the results tomorrow. Congratulations there.
Keep us posted. At us.
Jason wants to know if he's doing something wrong. Only tolerating us. That's the only thing you're doing wrong.
I mean,
putting up with us. That's
what? No.
Yeah. But thank
Why
you.
would you even ask that?
Definitely appreciate that. This is something kind of cool here. Shatner in space.
Oh, okay. I have not heard anything about this.
You haven't heard anything about this at all?
No, I have not.
Apparently, he's going up in space.
Okay.
William Shatner.
I kind of figured that out from the title of this.
Kind of reminds me of like Muppets in space. Shatner in space.
Yeah. Okay. So is that when? And how?
It was supposed to have been, I guess it's been delayed like twice. And they're trying to get it up. One was for wind. The other one now it's weather. So I think that they're just trying to find a time when they can get out there.
Nice.
And get out of here and go.
Well, I think he's already done it. I think he's already gone and back this morning.
It was today?
It was an 11-minute trip in space.
Wow.
So he goes up there, comes right back down, but he is the oldest individual to ever make it to space at the age of 90.
Oh, wow.
And that's awesome, for a guy who
Hold on. Did you say 90?
90, yeah.
He's 90 years old.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea he was 90 years old. He looks great.
Yeah, and he rode a giant penis-looking rocket right into space.
Really?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah, it's got a big mushroom head. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
90
Okay,
years
I gotta look
old.
this up.
90 years old, still acting, still very active, still doing what he's doing. I hope I can like that at 90.
Yeah, I worked with him years ago at Wizard World, and then recently for GalaxyCon. And he, like anybody else, has good days and bad days. When he's away from the crowd, away from the public, he really kind of kept to himself. Didn't really like to be bothered. And once you realize that, then you would get along with him great. But at the age of 90, he is still so sharp, so quick-witted that people half his age never even achieved. So I'm happy for him that he was healthy enough to be able to enjoy this, because going up in space right now, I'm sure give it 5-10 years will be no big deal. But right now, it's probably pretty jarring, because they got a lot of shakes in the launch and everything. So
yeah, I couldn't imagine. I'd be motion sickness and exhausted from all that excitement.
The rocket looked like a dick.
I would have to put a roofie in your drink, Lindsay.
Why would you just say roofie? I don't get that. Why would it just be like, I'd give you a gummy or I'd give you a drink? Why does it have to be a roofie?
No, a roofie, because I want you to sleep while I shave half your head.
While I'm going to space? I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, shave half your head. Maybe put it in a ponytail and cut it.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
What? What's happening?
All right, hold on. I was finding an image of this rocket so everybody else can see it too. So, all right, give me a second here to upload it to the system, and then you guys can decide if it truly looks like a penis or not.
Okay.
And then we kicked off the show, and I was wondering why Dvon always causes. He always gets on the dirt sheets and causes trouble on the internet, and then he talks about roofies and stuff. And this is people he likes.
I know. I can't imagine.
Can you imagine
being on the other side?
Like?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, big mushroom head. I told you.
Yeah. It sure does. What is it called? The blue origin? Right.
Yeah. So there you go. So he went up in space. Dvon, any comments about Dick Ship there?
Just dick shit.
Deep space. Going into deep space. What?
No, I got no comments on that, because I'll probably get picked off for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That looks like a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. What did that person say? Dvon what?
Well, if Dvon didn't have enough heat on the dirt sheets, talking about roofing your good friend. What's your name again, Lindsay? Oh yeah.
Thanks. Love you guys too.
Oh, I would definitely. Yeah, you put that on a dirt sheet. I would definitely roofie and shave half of her head.
I changed my mind. I do not want to hear the skeletons. I do not want that on this show.
So
feel free to do that elsewhere.
His thought. He has weird thoughts.
Between that, I would take the ponytail and get some glue, some like super glue, like the Gorilla Glue. Put it right around here or all around here, and build her a mustache.
Like a Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan stash.
I mean, that's actually kind of cool.
What you gonna do, Lindsay?
I've always wanted that mustache. So
well, these 2-inch pythons,
I'll do it.
Slither all over you.
So that's not even a threat. It's something I've always wanted. So thanks.
Yeah. Now, who are we talking about here? Is over 60 when he appeared on Monday Night Raw and beat up Jeff Jarrett. We talking about Hulk Hogan? Yeah. Is he going to be in space sometime soon?
Who's this, Hogan?
I assume so. I think that's what he's saying. So
I don't. With Hogan, when did Hogan wrestle Jarrett? I don't remember that.
I think that was WCW or TNA, maybe TNA.
Well, didn't he do the thing where he tapped him and he fell?
That was WCW. Yeah, that was the.
But I don't think they wrestled anybody. I don't think those two had been in the ring since then. I could be wrong.
Oh no, you're saying Shatner. Shatner apparently did that. Beat up Jeff Jarrett at 60. So what's your excuse, Dvon? You're not 60 yet. You're a very healthy 59.
Yeah, that's a good question.
From having a stroke and the brain surgery, I think that's one of the biggest fears from the doctor is me getting hit in the head. I mean, we don't really do head blows anymore like we used to, especially back in ECW days. But because of the stroke that was so still new, I mean, the stroke happened November 13th, so it hasn't even been a year yet. We're coming upon that year, but it hasn't, been a whole year yet. And I guess you just say, I'm just not willing to take that risk. If I didn't have to, if they didn't have to go into the brain to break up the stroke, then I'd probably say, okay. But because they had to, that's just a real big chance, especially with the head nowadays. You can't take any chances.
Yeah.
So, wear a helmet.
You keep drinking, Lindsay. You keep drinking.
I am actually.
Keep drinking, Lindsay.
Okay. I'll drink my Gatorade.
Shoot, if we all could wear helmets in that wrestling ring, oh my God, I can.
Just make it part of your look.
I know. I need to, but I mean, hell, I'll be honest with you. I miss it. I'm not gonna say I don't. I do. I do miss entertaining the people. I do miss, tagging with Bubba and having those moments that we used to have in that ring and knowing how we had the fans hooked in certain times in the matches. I miss it, but I also know that time goes on and you got to do other things in life and get it together. So, it'll come one day.
I was wondering. I was like, is there something wrong with your eyes? Got some allergies there? Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm sad. I'm so sad.
Get rid of the rain because it makes me look like I got my space between my teeth again when it goes back.
Okay, let me ask you this. Legit question. Who is the safest worker in WWE right now, do you think? Like who's flawless in that ring that no matter what, they're going to have a good match?
Oh my God. I think, man, Seth Rollins is definitely one.
Okay.
Big fan of Roman. I mean, it seems like right now Roman can't do any wrong in that ring.
Okay.
He's hitting home runs right out the box. Finn Balor's another one, and a match that I just had this past Monday, which was Ricochet and Xavier Woods, which I thought was absolutely excellent. Those guys, with the short amount of time that we had for the match, they really did a great job. Very proud of those guys and was very happy to be a part of that.
Then there we go. We got Seth, Roman, we got Xavier, and Ricochet. Those are the four in the Royal Rumble when Dvon Dudley shocks the world.
And Kofi.
And Kofi.
What you did there.
And then we make sure they're safe with you. And
there you go. Awesome. Perfect.
Apparently, you don't know WWE protocols. Could you imagine? Think about it. With Daniel Bryan's neck, he had to go through hurdles to get Vince to say yes. And not to mention the neck injury that Edge suffered when they had to go through the front of the neck to get to the back to fuse everything. Mm-hmm. He had to go through hurdles. So I can only imagine after having a stroke and brain surgery, I can only imagine what I would have to go through.
Yeah, but they were 24-time tag team champions. So
no, they won 24 times, but they had world titles, something I never had.
Well, maybe it's time to change that.
Mm-hmm.
Win the Rumble. You don't have to worry about getting hurt if you win the Rumble. You don't fall out and hurt yourself.
Okay, I had a 30-year career that was good. I don't need to do anything more. Because, see, when it's all said and done and I'm crippled and can't walk like I am now because of my sciatic nerve, freak, you ain't going to be here to will me. So, no, I'm not doing that.
I might. And I'll dress up as a schoolgirl while I do it.
Oh,
God.
How can you say no to that?
Just put me on the top of my stairs in the game and throw me down.
This is what Dvon wanted.
You said it. Yeah, I heard it too.
Nah.
Yeah. Daniel keeps thinking I'm pushing you to do this, but I'm just a one-man crusade. I'm doing what everybody else wants to do here and get him back in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see me in that ring no more.
I mean, I haven't ever, so it'd be nice.
For your amusement, there's a thing called YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not live. I mean, I don't know if it really happened.
Close your eyes, listen.
Camera tricks.
Photoshop.
And listen to the commentators. You'll feel like you're in the arena. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that's true. But okay.
Yeah. But just think about it, like, she's never had a chance to see live. And if you're going to be at the Rumble, we could be there live. She's never seen you wrestle live, Dvon.
Yeah. Well, and then,
can you imagine that experience, that bonding between you two?
Here's the deal. It wasn't like you weren't old enough. You were old enough. You just didn't watch it. You should have watched it. You missed out. Listen, I had a chance to actually meet Michael Jackson one time, and I never got the chance to. So I missed my opportunity. That'll never happen. So you missed the opportunity to see me live.
Right. So I don't know. I just don't believe that you really did it.
Wait, what?
I think it was fake. It was on TV.
We can do a watch along with Devon's matches sometime.
Okay, fine.
We've talked about that briefly. I think we talked about some non-WWE stuff that we might be able to show. You could kind of like walk through some stuff. But we haven't revisited that topic anytime recently. Daniel says, yeah, the Dudleys, it really happened.
It did? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean.
And then a question for you, Dvon. Are you going to be at SmackDown this week?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay, because Sebastian will be there. And he says, if you're there, let's get a photo.
Sure.
Yeah, and let him know about the job, too.
Yeah,
let him know how the job was.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I'm Sebastian. I watched Table Talk. And he'll be like, okay, I'm the guy with the job. And he'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah. You got to feed Dvon a lot.
It's okay. We got to do it every day. It's like, I'm Lindsay. Do a podcast.
We had a bet about Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, no, we didn't have a bet. I don't know if you remember that, but I won.
I agree. Is that Daniel? I agree with the ECW Dudleys were probably one of the best. The ECW, the time I had in ECW was phenomenal. We were able to do whatever we want to do. Paul just gave us such good creative liberty on our, career at the time, our character. We were able to just get away with murder, man. Just do whatever we wanted to do. And the thing about it was we were able to try things. If it worked, that was great. And if we didn't get reprimanded for it or punished. It was just like, hey, it didn't work, so try something else. That's what I loved about ECW. Paul let us be us. And he really, really allowed, not only the Dudleys, Shane Douglas, Balls Mahoney, Axel Rodden, Spike Dudley. The list goes on and on. Little Guido, Tracy Smothers. When the other organizations didn't want anything to do with us and didn't think we were worthy enough to be, wrestling superstars or, on that level, Paul did and gave us the platform to do it, and we did it. And I think I couldn't say anything, but nice words about Paul and what he did. I'll be always grateful to Paul Heyman for putting Dvon Dudley out there on the map and giving me a chance when nobody else would.
Dvon can attest. I have begged and pleaded for Paul to be invited onto this show so many times in the past, and I will continue at least fighting that fight and see if we ever make that happen. But there was, go ahead.
Well, we might have a chance. I mean, if Paul can salvage the relationship between Brock Lesnar and himself, and try to still keep a relationship with the chief head of the table, Roman Reigns, he's got to try to make sure that neither one of that Roman doesn't know that he's probably, talking to Brock on the down low. You just never know. I think Paul has his own problems trying to deal with that. So him trying to be on Table Talk, I think that's the least of his worries.
Well, we'll make it easy for him. Yeah, make it easy for him.
Well, just tell him Lindsay will be on with the schoolgirl outfit the whole show.
That could work, actually. I think he would like that. He used to have the Heyman girls and whatnot, the Heyman hustle.
Like Lindsay could stand up the whole time. We can get, like the long view, turn the camera.
He used to promote models, and maybe that's your next thing, You were looking for maybe a career rejuvenation. There you go.
A career rejuvenation. Okay, sure. I'll think about it. Let me think about it.
I just gave you credit, Lindsay. I think you'd be great for the job.
Oh, thank you.
Did you guys address Bubba's comments about the Dudleys working La Resistance already? What was in the news this week?
I didn't see that. I have no idea what that was about unless you can find it.
Yeah, so I'll look into that. But one thing I did want to ask before Dvon derailed us with his Royal Rumble return plans, Shatner in space. You and I were actually fighting, arguing, debating beforehand, before the show about being in space. And I said, hey, Dvon, would you ever go to space? And you said,
nope, because there's a chance I might not come back.
And I said I would love to go to space, but then I would worry that there's a chance I would come back.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility there.
Yeah. So you got to be the tiebreaker there, Lindsay. Would you go to space?
Man, there's that unknown fear that space, and I may not come back. But also, I don't know. I am very much in the middle right now. I don't know what I would do.
Wow.
There. You're welcome. Wow. Tiebreaker, not really.
No, not at all. I mean, seriously, if it was affordable, not like the heavy price tag it is right now, but if it's somewhat affordable and you had a chance to go.
I feel like I would have to know that it was completely safe before I go.
I mean, Shatner did it.
I mean, that's true. I would.
How do you make sure? How do you know you're completely safe when you go up there?
I'm not the first of many.
But how do you know you're completely safe behind the wheel of a car?
True. Or on an airplane. I know.
Yeah. Even on a train. Dvon walking down the stairs.
That's the train wreck waiting to happen.
I think it would be absolutely amazing to experience that. I don't know if I would do it right now, though.
If
would you be that person that's up in the rocket and you'd be like, oh, I see my house from here?
Yeah, is that my house? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I see
my house. That would definitely be Lindsay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or people would be like, do you see that? That's blah blah blah. And be like, I believe you. Okay. Yeah.
Funny stuff. All right. Yeah. So this I came across in the news today. Some different surveys and whatnot. I'll be a few minutes late. So if you're running behind, or somebody in your world, let's say you're trying to start a podcast on time and then somebody's too busy napping.
That's weird.
How late do you think that is? So when somebody's going to be a few minutes late, how many minutes late do you really think it is?
It all depends for me how many gummies I take before I do the show. That'll show me how late I'm going to be.
Okay. All right. But beforehand, you had guessed 15 to 20 minutes. Is that what you said?
I said 20 minutes, probably the latest, and the earliest probably 15 minutes.
Okay. Lindsay, what do you think?
15 to 20.
I would say if somebody said I'm running a few minutes late, I would say 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. So, thousands of Americans were polled on this answer. And with 51% of the vote, most people said 5 to 10 minutes is a few minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that was the most common answer right there, with second being 10 to 30 minutes, which is that's a pretty wide window there.
Yeah, I'm going to be a few minutes late.
So me and Lindsay pretty much guessed in the middle. So we both went second. We both came in second.
Yeah. And then 3% of people, breaking it down even more, running a few minutes behind means that they'll be more than a half an hour late. So 3% of people have no faith whatsoever in their friends.
I feel like that would be a different, I would be like, hey, I'm running late. I'm running an hour late. You know what? I'm running 30 minutes late and then make it an hour.
Maybe.
That's what I would. Is that what
I've done that many times.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to be someplace at 5, and then all of a sudden it's 4:54, and I'm just getting in the shower. I got a 30-minute drive. Yeah, that used to be me a lot.
Yeah.
I had a former sales manager at the last radio station I was at who would always say he's 5 minutes out, no matter where he was at in the process. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, you coming out to the station? Oh, yeah, I'm 5 minutes out every time. And then 2 hours later, he shows up. You're like, oh, 5 minutes out? Oh, I was. And then he'd have an excuse that he got stopped by people or whatever. But what's funny about this is the younger you are, the more you expect people to be late.
Yeah, I agree with that, because a lot of people, young people, don't understand time. There's a lot of older people that don't understand it either.
Yeah. So the 18 to 25-year-old demographic is like a few minutes late, at least a half an hour.
I agree with that, unless money's involved or they're being threatened at their job.
Yeah. So Dante, I had a date where the lady I was meeting on the first date said she was running late. She ended up being an hour late and left me waiting at the restaurant.
Well, did she eventually show up?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you just leave after an hour and you're like,
yeah. Yeah, that's a
I don't know. I might get in trouble for this on the dirt sheets, but
red flag.
if I'm on a date and if I was going to be on a date waiting, and they kept me, an hour late, they asked to be going through a table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a good one here. When my mom would be late picking me up from school, I'd call her to see where she'd be there. She said a time, and I'd say, "Oh, so 20 minutes after that."
Nice.
And he'd get grounded for that.
Oh my gosh, called her out.
You don't talk back to mom. You don't do that.
My stepdad was notorious for running late, and we have a fresh market in town, and it was pretty close to where we lived at the time. And whenever my mom would call me, like, "Hey, where are you?" Passing the fresh market, which is literally like 5 minutes away. He'd show up like an hour later. I'm like, were you really passing the fresh market?
He didn't mean that fresh market. He meant
Right. So now to this day, if I'm on my way somewhere, my mom calls, "Are you here yet?" Passing the fresh market, like not even near it.
Are you
So
here yet? Are you here yet?
yeah, it's just like, some people are just, that's how they are. They cannot help it.
Dvon, feel free to use that next time if you're running a few minutes late. And Lindsay calls you out. Just say, "Hey, I was passing the fresh market."
Listen, I'm passing the fresh market. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Passing the fresh market.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going back up. Seeing there's a comment I wanted. Oh, here we go. Your favorite guy, Byron. Any update on the Table Talk Live podcast in Vegas or the Dvon Aruba Fund?
Thanks, Byron. I know. Where are we with the whole?
Where are we with the whole
the
Vegas thing?
The Aruba. It's a lot more. It's a lot safer to say that we can make Vegas happen more than we could Aruba.
Well, considering that we weren't even invited to Aruba,
exactly.
Well, who planned the trip to Aruba?
You did for your wife.
You did for Taylor.
No, Hawaii.
Yeah, you call it the Aruba Fund.
Yeah.
You're changing destinations. Next week, it's going to be like, Pensacola is what I was saying.
Literally Pensacola.
The Pensacola Fund. What are you guys talking about?
Shoot,
Panama City, come on.
I got to save a whole year if I want to go to Hawaii. It's so expensive over there.
Yeah. Sebastian said you never hit him back up to set up the Aruba Fund. He was willing to help you out there, bud.
Listen.
I tell you what, you put the first 10 grand in there, and I'll double it and match it.
They'll even give you 2 pictures at SmackDown this week.
Ooh.
2. His date, we wondered what was going on. She eventually showed up. We stopped seeing each other after the 3rd date. She was pretty verbally abusive. I told her, "I like you, but I love me more. Have a good life."
Good job.
That's definitely grounds for a table right
there.
Yeah. We should do that like every week. Let's do that. We somebody watching this show, streaming this show, can nominate for the next week. So this way, people who aren't live can get involved. Somebody in their life that should go through a table.
That's such a good idea.
Like a moron of the week, something like that. So if there's somebody in your life that should go through a table, let us know, and maybe we'll read it on your behalf.
That's fantastic.
Does that include people who are no longer in your life and you want to get rid of them?
If you would like to include your second ex, you may.
I didn't say it. You did.
I just what? I didn't say anything either. That's funny.
Yeah. So maybe we got to think of a hashtag to go with it. So if people want to put it on Twitter, Instagram, any of the socials, they can go ahead and put that hashtag through a table or something, and you can nominate somebody that Dvon will verbally throw through a table.
That's amazing. That's great.
Whoop their ass.
Yeah. What we can do. We can't really get physical because Dvon, brain surgery, stroke, excuses, all that stuff. So
yeah, but see, I don't have to. I mean, shit. I mean, I put my time in ECW, WWE, TNA, and then back to WWE again. I got 30 years under my belt, and that's all I need. Most people can't even say they've had that in a career.
All dirt sheet writers should go through tables. Dante suggests hashtag table that bitch.
Oh, nice.
Dante, be very careful because you might wind up in a dirt sheet. You never know.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
So there you go. We'll end on that note. Anything else we need to cover before we wrap up this week's Table Talk?
We will have a guest next week. I just got to confirm, but we'll let these guys know who the guest will be next week, and we'll go from there.
Excellent.
Sounds
excellent. And hopefully I'll have an update. I don't know if I'll be in a new place by next week, but hopefully we'll be one step closer to making that happen.
Where in the world is Mo?
I actually like your background.
Oh, thanks. I didn't do it.
Thanks,
I
I
had nothing
did.
to do.
Yeah.
I cleaned it up though. I made sure there was less clothes just randomly lying around.
You did a
Made
good
it
job.
look, yeah, because I like.
The bed's on the other side, so he just threw everything on the bed.
No, I mean,
What?
no, what's that? Oh, we're ending the show now.
Oh.
What?